AI is absolutely everywhere right now. From bunnies jumping on trampolines to a Drake song going completely viral to an AI influencer being at Wimbledon when she wasn't really, it's now part of our day-to-day, and it can be completely invaluable if you use it properly. I imagine that, like most people, you might be using AI for stuff that seems quite surface level. Things like repurposing your content, drafting some emails, doing a bit of research that you couldn't be bothered to do, or actually using it like Google. Either that, or you're getting so attracted to all the new shiny tools purely because they say AI, that you are getting yourself into a suite of things that you actually don't genuinely need. All of this needs to stop. AI isn't about just jumping on the bandwagon or playing around with a few prompts. When used properly, AI has the power to reduce your workload, take back your time, and fully outsource the skills that you don't have to enable you to build a business for less time, less money, and without the risk of hiring a team. I'm Gina. I've spent the last 20 years building startups, and now I create systems and teach people how to use tools so that they can create and scale their own brands without the risk, the cost, or the mental burnout that comes with building a traditional business. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to 10 things that I bet you didn't know you could do with AI. Things that will change your business, inspire you to take that leap and start something of your own, or completely change your life. These 10 things that you can do with AI are tools that are on the market right now. They are skill sets and outputs that would traditionally take a huge investment, training a team, hiring a team, getting freelancers, or trying to learn a skill yourself. These 10 ways to utilize AI not only build your business, but they also enable you to focus on the things that are going to be important for the future of businesses. Who you are as a person, your storytelling, the community that you build, and the in real life connections that you can foster. So the first thing that you can fully do with AI that you couldn't before is you can build an entire web presence. Now, I remember the start of the internet, literally uploading AOL with a CD-ROM. From then to now, web development has come on in leaps and bounds. We have things like Squarespace and WordPress that enable you to drag and drop. But sometimes even this is time consuming, and making tweaks to your website after the fact often takes an expert. Not with AI. You can now build an entire web presence from plain text. Dividi, the hardest to pronounce is going to be the first, is a tool which takes your plain text instructions and creates an entire website in minutes. You can ship functioning websites and even functioning web-based apps completely solo in an incredibly short amount of time. Another thing that AI can now do has several companies running it. We have Runway, we have Synthesia, we have Pictory. All of these programs use AI to create prompt-to-video content. You can literally generate marketing or explainer videos from simply writing out prompts or text of what you are trying to create. This turns your copy into a finished video with zero production and zero team and a fraction of the costs of traditional content creation. Up next is something which used to be the bane of my life. Paid ads are so good for business building, and they actually don't cost as much on a daily basis as some people think. What is not fun is reshaping and resizing every single ad and optimizing it for each platform. You can now take away that entire painful experience with AI. OmniKey not only generates ad content for you, but it also auto-optimizes for multiple platforms. This means that A/B testing and creative ads are automatically created for you, enabling you to spend less time on doing those fiddly little changes and more time on understanding what's actually working for your audience. Another way that I bet you didn't know you can use AI is to kind of bypass those tricky licensing laws. If you are a creator, if you are a small business, you know that content is really important for building that top of funnel. But having a subscription to something like Storybox or Adobe is quite costly, especially if you're doing it on a month-to-month basis. Not anymore. Companies such as SoundRaw and Emper Music utilize AI to create custom music. This means you can strengthen your brand identity with audio that doesn't have any of those licensing issues that we've had before. Now, another thing that used to take ages, and I kind of dislike now, is creating pitch decks. Slide decks, pitch decks, board decks, they all take a huge amount of time, or they take an additional team to get the creative right to put in front of people. You can now do this with AI as well. Beautiful.ai is a tool that converts your content into visually striking and on-brand slides, completely eradicating the time that you spend in Keynote. This can be used for pitch decks, for brand books, for training manuals, And while we're talking about training manuals, if you are scaling your team or if you are working with freelancers, I bet you didn't know that you can now create tutorials and knowledge bases through AI just with the click of a button. Cluso is a new product which transforms your screen recordings into really polished training videos, meaning that if you are building your team, you can do an action once, upload it to Cluso, and it will create training knowledge base for the whole of your team, meaning you don't have to spend that huge amount of time building out your training materials. It's so simple that every time you upload a new video, it will create a new training manual, eradicating the need for big training groups or more one-to-ones. And if you are hiring, then there's another way in which you can use AI to make your life easier. Carve is a new AI recruiting assistant. It screens resumes, it ranks your candidates, and it automates all of your interview scheduling and follow-up. It acts as a sourcing and recruiting team, so you don't have to hire additional people in order to hire people. And now the last few things that I bet you didn't know you could do with AI are more on the social side. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of Canva and Kittle. And if you haven't, then this video really is for you, because these are two of the most powerful tools that are powered by AI that are fantastic for when you are starting out on your journey. These are AI-powered templated design toolkits, which mean you don't have to pay for an external designer or a design team. If you are a creator, if you are starting your own business, there are hundreds of templates to choose from, and the programs are powered by AI, so it is simply drag and drop to build hundreds of social assets, all of your thumbnails, all of your headers, all of your logos, all through the power of AI. And instead of hiring any more people into your social team, you can also use programs such as ImageFlip or Predis AI in order to generate that meme content that goes so viral. Products such as Descript, that are AI-powered editing tools, also have functionality in which to turn your long form into short form at the click of a button, meaning that AI can now create all of your social content for you. And finally, the last thing that I bet you didn't know you could use AI for is to do your social listening. UScan is a social listening and visual intelligence tool which monitors your social and image post and detects brand mentions and brand sentiment, even in just pictures. This tool reveals hidden trends and supports the reputational risks before they even emerge. Now, these 10 tools are all available on the market right now and so easy to set up if you are a beginner. AI can power everything in your business, from ideation to content creation, to admin assistance, to virtual assistants, to hiring, to onboarding, to processing your sales. AI is already incredibly powerful. This power is only going to grow in the future. So much so that Sam Altman truly believes that the first solo founder will reach $1 billion valuation by themselves. The speed of development with our tooling is incredible, and a lot of people are still just scratching the surface of what is possible. All of these tools are incredible things in which to layer on top of your business. But in order to be successful and build a business properly in 2025, you need to have the core foundation and systems set up fully, and then utilize AI and tools to do the work that you don't need to be doing as a founder through automating, delegating, outsourcing, and using AI to get access to information like we've never had before. We are in a pivotal time for people to launch their own business or start their own thing. If you want to know how to set up your systems properly and then what tools you should be using in order to reduce the time, cost, and effort in starting a business, subscribe to this channel and check out the tools I have on my website. And happy business building.